Familia, what's good with y'all? Y'all hear that Ice Cube? Lethal Injection, best Ice Cube album. Tell me I'm wrong. A lot of people think it's The Predator. I gotta go with Lethal Injection. So I wanted to drop in. Hopefully y'all can see me good. You know, look, man, I've spoke on this subject before, and I think the last video I did on it was probably a 7-8 minute video. So I don't know that there's much that I'm getting ready to say that I haven't already said, but I'm gonna try. I recently had taken to scrolling the comments, and I actually was pleasantly surprised because the mods of our channel got rid of a lot of the chronic trolls. They did their job. You know, there were some people, dude, that had just literally lodged themselves in our comment section strictly to troll, to say ignorant shit, and we got rid of a lot of those. But one thing that I consistently came over and read was something that to me, and it's a left, it's something that to me is a major contradiction. I'm gonna be real. You got a few different things being said consistently. They get the decisions wrong. They get the decisions wrong. Or B, there's too many draws. Or C, they get mad when we're not raising somebody's hand. Y'all see how that's a contradiction, right? We're getting the decisions wrong. You hate when we give draws, which is essentially nobody wins. But then you get mad when we don't raise anybody's hand. So it seemed to me like it would be one or the other. Either A, you don't want us raising anybody's hand because we get the decisions wrong. I mean, that's what I would think. I don't know. Or vice versa. Or you'd want us to go with draws because that way we're not getting a decision wrong by declaring somebody a winner and somebody a loser. What do I know? Look, I've said this before, y'all. And I laid this all out in another video. I'm gonna lay it out again. As long as myself, Esteban, and the people around me are running Streetbeefs, you'll see your share of draws. And the reason is what I explained before. How I grew up. And first, before I get to how I grew up, let me tell you what Streetbeefs was meant to be. Streetbeefs was meant to be a street fight in gloves, basically. In other words, the same attitude as a street fight, etc. Within reason, you know, the exception of the little rules that come with it. And where I come from and how I grew up in a street fight, when you talk about somebody losing or getting their ass beat, that person was either knocked down, knocked out, bloodied up, made to quit, or just significantly, I mean clearly dominated in the fight. The way I came up and the shit I seen and the fights that I was involved in, that's how it was, you know. I want to make it clear, y'all. We do not run Streetbeefs like the UFC or pro boxing, meaning we don't point fight. I think that's the hardest thing for people to get through their head, is that Street Beefs does not do point fighting. Okay? We don't go by points. The people, the crowd, etc., is told, if you're deciding who you think won, the first question you ask yourself is, which guy would you have rather been? And if you can't really answer that question, then you don't have a winner. I remember on a couple fights at the last event, we were going around asking the crowd who they thought won, and on a couple of them, people were like, man, it was just a close fight, man. I don't really know, man. If you forced me to pick somebody, maybe I would pick dude, but I don't. No, then there's no winner. I mean, bottom line is, in Street Beefs, the winner's got to be clear. If I got to do a math problem to figure out who won, nobody won. Okay? And again, that's, I think, the hardest thing for a lot of our viewers to come to terms with. That we do not do point fighting. There's never going to be a time where we sit down and call ourselves calculating up which guy landed a few more punches. Okay? For me, I know any fight that I seen back in the day, any fight when I was in the streets, in jail, any of that, if I seen a fight, usually somebody got knocked down, knocked out, bloodied up, beat up, or quit. You didn't have to concern yourself with who won. And a lot of times, if that didn't happen, if two men clashed, nobody really got the bad end of the deal. Maybe fighter A landed a couple more punches, but they both hung in tough. Word around the block would be pretty good fight. They both held their own. This is not point fighting. This is not the UFC or pro boxing. We're not going to sit there and count points. This is the eye test. And here's the last thing, folks. So funny. On some of these fights, you'll see the first two come, man, it's so obvious fighter A clearly won. Then you'll scroll down 4 comments and you'll hear 2 more people. It's so obvious fighter B clearly won. That is the definition of a draw. When you got completely differing opinions on who won. Now, I explained why we stopped raising people's hands. I'm not going to go into that again in this video. If you didn't catch it, I'm sure somebody in the comments will enlighten you. But now, the crowd yells out who they think won, and that's where we're at. But even still, if there's not a clear, defined winner, probably gonna see a draw, folks. And to the fighters, I say to you, a draw will go down as a win on your record. But if you don't like that, go for broke. Put your opponent away. Make a statement. If not, don't complain. Questions, comments, leave them below. Esteban will be checking. I'll probably drop in too. Keep them respectful, Our viewers, man, y'all, the people we got now watching and commenting has gotten so much better. It's actually refreshing, the folks that watch Street Beefs now. So we appreciate y'all. See y'all soon, man. Peace.